We've just come back from a week's holiday abroad. Want to know some holiday essentials that we found really useful for our trip? Keep watching this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So we're back from our holiday. We've been away for a week's holiday abroad, and all of the vlogs are coming out really soon in terms of where we went, what we got up to, the food we had, hotel, all different things such as that. So all of the vlogs to do with where we've gone are all starting from next week. But in today's video, what I thought would be really useful is to really cover some holiday essentials that we found were useful in terms of taking on holiday with us. This is aside from all of your toiletries and clothes and things such as that. Just other holiday essentials that potentially people might forget, not really be aware of, you would need to take or would want to take, and just really some bits and pieces that, as I say, we just found really useful. So in today's video, it's just me, so it's just half of the brownie life. Emily's not feeling too well really, nothing major, she's just feeling a little bit under the weather, and she didn't really feel like you know, filming this video, to be honest. So it's just me. So I'm going to take you through all different bits and pieces that, as I say, we found useful for holiday essentials abroad. The first item that I'm going to show you is to do with packing, and it's packing cubes. And I'm sure a lot of people out there do use packing cubes. They're quite sort of newish to us in terms of, I've only started using them really since coming out of the pandemic, our first trips abroad last year. So 2022 is when I bought these. And I've got a variety of colours, as you can see here, blue, pink and grey. So I'm just going to show you one pack and open them all up. So we've got all of them all sort of kind of fold into each other. These are actually 2 packs that I've bought. I bought all of these from Amazon. As I say, I bought them last year, 2022. But looking even recently on Amazon, there's so many of the packing cubes out there, all different makes, all different design, shapes and sizes. But these have been absolutely brilliant. As I say, we first started using these last year for our trips just coming out of the pandemic. So when we went to Disneyland Paris and when we went to Fuerteventura in Coralejo. If you've not already checked those videos out, go to our channel and check out all of the Disney and Fuerteventura videos. So looking at these packing cubes, all of them fit sort of inside each other. So I'm just going to unzip them just to show you the sizes and everything. You get a large, medium and a small, and then you get these other bags, which are just like toiletry bags really, one of a better word, with a zip on them like that. So that's the large bag, and then you get a medium bag and a tiny sort of small bag, that one there. These are just other little bags that come with them. And then in terms of the actual packing cubes, you get a large bag, which is that size, and then a medium one, which is that size, and then just a smaller one, which is that size. But I found them really useful, to be honest with you, in terms of, I think some people roll the clothes, you can still fold your clothes, whatever's the most easiest and useful thing for yourself to do. But yeah, in terms of the sizing of them, they are actually quite deep, and that's the smallest one, and that does actually hold quite a lot. But in terms of the biggest packing cube, when this is all zipped up, I'll just show you in terms of there, again, quite deep and quite big in terms of the size of them. I tended to pack per person in terms of sort of the grey, blue and pink in one colour for each person. But for Disneyland Paris, I pack per day, so it very much depends on where we're travelling as to how I pack them. And at some point I'm definitely going to do a pack with me on one of our trips, just to show you how I pack, what I pack, and I will definitely be using these. Just so useful in terms of putting all of your clothes in there. Then what I tend to do is use the bags, like these type of things, to put toiletries and bits and pieces in. And then on the way back, what I tend to do is use the packing cubes for any of the laundry. I mean, these say laundry on them, to be fair, and I do use these for anything that's quite dirty, and underwear and things like that I would just stick in them and zip them all up. But then any other clothes, I would turn the clothes inside out and then put them back in the packing cubes. And then what I do is when I come home from holiday, I would then put all of these all in together, all the different colours, and put them on a wash in the washing machine, and use sort of Dettol and things such as that in the washing machine, as well as a normal sort of pod that I would put in the machine. You can't wash these on a really hot wash, but I think by putting the Dettol in and things such as that, it'd keep it really clean. So I tend to use these for going and coming back. You know, I don't use carrier bags and things such as that, which I have done in the past. So these are really an alternative to doing things such as that. In terms of the packing cube pricing, at the moment, looking as we're filming this, I've looked on Amazon, and there's lots of companies out there, as I say, selling similar types of packing cubes, all different shapes and sizes and colours and things. A lot of them do range for the price that we paid for these ones last year, which is between about £7 to £9 per pack. Some are maybe £10, some are a little bit more. So it very much depends on what your budget is and what you want to pay. But for these ones that we got, as I say, we got 2 packs of each colour, and each pack contained a large, a medium, a small actual packing cube, and then the bags inside, a large, medium and small zip tub bag as well. I found them really, really good, really useful, and quite cheap, to be honest. I mean, I think it depends on how many you buy in terms of how costly it's going to be. I invested in all of these last year because I knew that we were going to have, obviously coming out of the pandemic and having trips organised. So I found packing cubes just really, really useful in terms of using for packing clothes and toiletries and things going on your holiday, and then also obviously coming back in terms of, you know, bringing everything back within them. I think they keep everything just contained within your suitcases, and I think they're just a really, really good idea. So go check out Amazon and see, you know, what they've got out there. They've got all different, you know, colours and styles, and you know, different patterned ones as well as plain ones as well. And I've just invested in these because I knew that we were having quite a few trips abroad, and obviously in this country as well. Again, you can use them for anything you want to use them for, but because I knew that we were going to be travelling quite a lot, I just wanted to invest in quite a few of them, just to make things a lot easier in terms of packing. And so that's our holiday essential number 1. So moving on now to our holiday essential number 2. What we did in our Primark shop with me and haul, which we've posted on our channel recently, we went round Primark looking at different things to do with summer holiday essentials, clothing and things such as that. We did see a suitcase, which is this, I went back for. So this is the suitcase, which was from Primark, £40, and it is a cabin sized suitcase. That's exactly what we used it for, to take on with us. So there is a handle that you can use, obviously, to take it around with you, and obviously a handle just to carry it. So I'm going to open it up and show you inside. So looking inside the case, there's all of these little compartments and zipped area, and it's quite spacious, to be honest. It does actually fit so much in it in terms of the depth. So you can see the depth there of the case. So we took this on as hand luggage, and it was just really, really useful to take with us. It's got a zipped compartment here as well, which fits quite a lot inside there. And as I say, obviously the big area here, and then all these small areas here. And then the swivel wheels were really, really useful. It's very, very big in terms of what you can actually fit inside it. So we put all sorts in there really to take on board. Things that you might not want to put in your actual case that you wouldn't want to lose in case your case went missing. Lots of books and bits and pieces in there that we just wanted to be able to get to on the flight. But definitely well worth it in terms of the space, in terms of what you can get in the case. Just perfect. We've often taken rucksacks and things with us, which we still did, but we used this as one of our items of hand luggage, so we're really glad that we bought this. So Primark, £40, and they do other size cases as well, obviously, in terms of things that you might want to take on board the plane in terms of in the hold, but this specifically, I'm just obviously talking about this as a holiday essential to take on board as hand luggage. So holiday essential number 3 is a neck pillow. So I'll pop it on just so you can see what it's like with the clasp on it. So they fit quite close to your neck and everything. Quite comfy if you're going on a night flight and you want to try to sleep, which is what we did, because going, we did have partially a night flight, and then coming back it was a full night flight. So these definitely came in handy. Would definitely say it's an essential when you've got a night flight. Now if you don't have a night flight, these could be a little bit of a pain and get in the way a little bit, in terms of it's just extra things to take, isn't it, if you're not entirely sure that you're going to need them. So I think if you've got a night flight and you definitely want to, you know, try to go to sleep, then they're a good thing. I think other than that, you've got to really rethink if you do genuinely want, you know, want to use them. But they do have a clasp on the top here, which you can just obviously clip onto something else in terms of a suitcase or a hand luggage bag or anything like that. But we just, to be honest, we popped them in the packing cube. So again, it was another use for the packing cube. Pop them in there because they do squish down. As we do have two others that we've bought previously from Primark. So this was one that Emily wanted really in our recent haul. So we've got 3 in total. Pop them in to the packing cubes and then pop them in with our hand luggage, just generally. And then when we got on the flight, just literally brought the packing cube out, and then you can just sort of keep that with you. And then, as I said, we did actually use them quite a lot with us having a night flight. So yeah, a really good travel essential. So the 4th holiday essential, which is something I didn't use and I hope I don't have to use, because it's something I always take just in case. What I do is I use one of these bags, which is from the packing cubes, one of the zipped up bags, and I put in it spare underwear. I put in spare toothbrushes and a little miniature toothpaste. So little miniature toothpaste, there's 3 of us, so just quite convenient, a pack of 3 toothbrushes. The reason I do this, and I only do it really on flights, so when I go on the Eurostar or anything such as that, I don't, because all of the luggage that you're taking will always be with you. I only tend to do this on flights because the luggage you normally would check in, you're only left with your hand luggage, aren't you? So the reason I put this in the hand luggage is just in case you ever have any major delays. So there's nothing worse than having, we have had major delays before. If you're delayed by many hours, there's nothing worse than not being able to have, you know, clean underwear, brush your teeth, just do something quite basic like that. And it's something that, to be honest, I don't know if many people do it. I don't know if I'm weird in thinking about it and doing it, but I do, because I just find that it makes me feel better knowing that I've just got those essentials in the hand luggage. So as I say, spare underwear, socks, toothbrush, toothpaste, pop that in your hand luggage. Obviously you have to put that in your clear plastic bags for your liquids and things such as that in the airport, but then I put it back in there. And I just feel better knowing that I've got it. I think now, because I've started putting all of these things in, I think if I don't, then you can guarantee that'll be the flight that gets, you know, delayed by a long time, and then you don't have these things with you. So I just find it really useful. So hopefully that's a good holiday. So moving on now to things that I actually pack in the case that are holiday essentials. So holiday essential number 5 is makeup remover cloths. So these are Danielle Creations Erase Your Face, which I bought on Amazon. I've bought them this year, and I've got a range of different colours there. I'm actually going to do a video just on these, in terms of showing you when you're taking your makeup off, in terms of before washing, after washing, and just unboxing them, things such as that. So I'm going to do a separate video on these, just purely because I think they're amazing. Just really to show you amongst this video in terms of holiday essentials, these are amazing in terms of wiping your makeup off. So you literally just wet them, wipe your face over just like you would a flannel, and it takes all of your makeup off. And then afterwards on holiday I just used some hand wash solution that I just gave them a quick wash out, dried them outside on the balcony on like a little area thing, and then they dry really fast anyway, so then they're just good to go for another use. So I found these really, really useful. They come in all different colours. They're a pack of 4, and on Amazon I think the price is pretty much the same as to what I paid, which for a pack of 4 was close to £9. And as I say, I'm going to do another video separate on these, because the product's just really, really good. But yeah, that's definitely a really good holiday essential. So holiday essential number 6, I take the biggest, and I'm talking the biggest, bag of medication. Now, for most people, they probably think I'm absolutely insane taking all these different things on holiday. And I just hope that I never really have to use all of the things that are in here, but I do find it really useful to take a big pack of holiday essential medication, and I might even just do a separate video at some point, or when I do a pack with me, explain a little bit more detail of what I take in terms of medication. But for me personally, on this recent holiday, one of the main things has been Gaviscon. When you go on holiday and you maybe overeating a little bit and you're over drinking maybe a little bit, that comes in really handy, and you probably won't get that on holiday to buy it, and even if you did, it'll be really expensive. Painkillers, muscle rub things, diarrhea tablets, all different things, mosquito repellent, just a range of different things. And as I say, I think when I do a pack with me, I'll probably go through in a little bit more depth in terms of medication of what I put in it. But as you can tell, I do pack quite well in terms of medication, which some of it isn't really essential because hopefully you don't have to use it, but I think it's just in that eventuality, isn't it, that you might need something. And in some places, so for instance our Forteventura vlogs where we go in Coralejo, there are chemists there, and you will be able to get a lot of things from there. But some places you go on holiday, there isn't anything, is there? Or if you go somewhere and you're staying in a resort that's quite far out, you're not going to get those painkillers or muscle rubs or Gaviscon or anything like that. So I do think it's really wise to really look at what your family's needs are in terms of what do you need for medication. It might be certain medication that you're taking. Luckily, none of us need anything to take every day. But there might be certain things like antihistamines, painkillers, and just general bits that I've already mentioned that you might need to take with you just in case, really, that you may need it. So I think it's wise to take it. As I say, it's, you know, each to their own. I mean, some people just would not take it or just risk buying things there, but definitely a holiday essential for us. I've always taken medication, always will, because I just think it's a really useful thing to do. Moving on to holiday essential number 6. A little mini hairdryer. So this is from Primark. I've had this for quite a long time, and it's just a really tiny fold up. So it looks like this, and then you just literally clip it up like this. So then it becomes more like a full hairdryer, and then literally folds back up and wind all the wire out. I bought this quite a while ago, but I'm pretty certain it was under £10. I think it was something like £7 or £8 or something around that price mark. But I find this really useful. Most places you go on holiday do include a hairdryer. Most hotels do, but some don't, and it just depends, doesn't it, on where you're traveling to. But I think also as well to have it as a spare. If you're traveling with, you know, more than one person that needs a hairdryer, it's just a really good idea. With me and Emily, one of us used the in our recent trip, one of us used the hairdryer that was provided, and one of us used this. So at least you can both dry your hair both together at the same time, which is a time-saving thing as well. So that's definitely a holiday essential, because the last thing you want is wet hair and not having access to a hairdryer. So for holiday essential number 8 is wipes. So I don't tend to use wipes at home, particularly for cleaning purposes. I use microfiber cloths and things such as that, and obviously you can access washing your hands and things more at home. But for holidays and travelling, I do still find wipes are really useful, and these ones are really good because they're 2-in-1 really. You can use them for your hands and face and things, and you can also use them on surfaces. So these are ViraWall wipes, which I've bought recently from Home Bargains, and they're just short of £1.50. I'm sure they're £1.49 or something like that. So yeah, for the price of them, 70 wipes, I think they're really good, and they've got like a clip on the front where you can obviously get your wipes out. It keeps them from drying up, obviously keeps them quite wet and fresh. They've got a really nice scent to them, and as I say, I've only discovered these recently, and because they're sort of a 2-in-1, I found it useful for surfaces. So there was elements on the plane and in the hotel, maybe certain things that I would wipe down, and then also to use them for your hands. I found them really, really good. So I did take a few packs of these between sort of hand luggage and then in the case, because I just found these were really, really good. So definitely a holiday essential for us. So holiday essential number 9 is some hand sanitizer. I tend to use these dispensers, which I think are more used for more toiletry things, so shampoos, conditioners and shower gels and things that you might want to fill in these bottles. But I've used them for sanitizer. I found them really useful to buy more of a bigger pump type sanitizer and empty them into these dispensers. So they've just got a twist lid, just like that, and then I've just been putting the sanitizer in there, and then a clip lid, which has actually been really secure. I've been using these for quite a long time now, and then in between uses I tend to just give them a really good wash out, leave them to dry, and then fill them all up again. And I do have several of them so that I've got things on the go. So for on holiday I took them in, you know, all of the different bags, so like hand luggage bags, and then I packed so many in the case to obviously take for while we were there, and just found them really useful. And hand sanitizer in general, whether you're using these type of dispensers or whether you're just using an ordinary sanitizer that you've bought, I think sanitizer is just a really good thing to have with you. I know certainly during the pandemic, obviously lots of people were using it. I was using it well before then. I definitely used to take it on traveling, just because you can't always access, you know, water to wash your hands. So I think, you know, wipes or sanitizer are obviously a really good idea. So definitely a holiday essential. So holiday essential number 10, we've come to the end of our holiday essential video, but number 10 is sun cream. So we tend to use Sultan sun cream from Boots. So this is the kids one that I've been using for Emily, which is a factor 50. So I've swapped between that one and the Protect and Swim. So when she's been in the pool, I've tended to use this one because obviously it protects her for longer and it's more for swimming. And then just generally when she's been sunbathing or walking around, I use the normal Protect and Moisturise one. Really like Sultan. I've often used it for many years. I've used lots of other products as well, but I tend to always come back to Sultan, so I really like their products. So a factor 50 here. I do tan quite easily. I probably could go down to a lower factor, but I still stick to a factor 30, and you've just got a lot less chance of risk of burning. Also on the issue of sun cream and things, I thought that this all fitted in with the same category really. Head and scalp spray. So for Emily, some of her pattern is showing, so if she's not wearing a hat, I tend to spray this onto her scalp, which is really good. This is a factor 30 and it just dries clear, so you can't see it. It's not like white sun cream or anything, so it's a really good product to use. And Emily's dad, he uses it on his hair as well. So it's just if you've got any scalp showing really where you might burn, it's just a really good product to use. Unless, as I say, you can wear a hat or something. Still in theming with sun cream, sun lip balms. It's something that a lot of people maybe would forget or not, you know, not bother to use, and we definitely use them quite frequently through the day when we're on holiday, because it is an area that can burn your lips, and these are just a really good product. We've been using this Malibu lip care for quite some time. I tend to get these from Home Bargains. They're usually around £2. Sometimes in the past they've been about £1.50. I think lots of other places sell them anyway, but I've bought them from Home Bargains. And you do get some different flavours in there. So you've got vanilla, tropical and strawberry. So in terms of sun cream, I always tend to take all of the sun cream products, as in the sun cream, the scalp spray and the sun lip balms. I take them all with us on holiday, so I do take quite a lot in terms of sun cream products, just because most places you go on holiday don't always sell sun cream, or certainly you wouldn't get a scalp spray, or you may not get a sun lip balm and things such as that, and you might just not get the product that you really want to have. So this is the end of our top 10 holiday essentials, so thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching this video. Please do give us a like and subscribe to our channel, and if you have actually already subscribed to our channel, thank you so much. We do really appreciate it. We posted our first video here on the channel for the Brownie Life on Mother's Day, and it is quite coincidental actually that this video is going out on Father's Day. So the gap of the 3 months has been a journey for us. It's our first 3 months on YouTube, so we just want to say a massive thank you to the people that have already subscribed to our channel. As I say, we do really appreciate it. Coming up next is our holiday too. You'll have to wait and see. So catch up with us next week when we tell you where we're on holiday, what we're getting up to, and I hope you really enjoy our content next week. So see you next time, everybody. Bye.